What's the word? What's the word? What's the mother word, man? Tap in, bro. Today we talking about a anti-violence activist who was just accused and convicted of murder in a revenge plot. Y'all get in here, man. Like, comment, subscribe, do that for your boy. Now, if you know and if you don't know, I forget what city the man came out of, but I do know his name is Lumumba, and we know some Lumumbas. That's a strong name, brother. And for you to go out like this, I guess it's kind of fitting, but you got to be more mindful of what you got going on, bro. Now, Mr. Sayers was sentenced to 51 years for a revenge plot in the death of his son. From my understanding, the individual that he is accused of this heinous act of was responsible for the shooting of his son. And Mr. Sayers, knowing this information, plotted and ultimately succeeded in his plan. Unfortunately, the young man, his son, ended up losing his life in this situation that started this whole fiasco. And then you have the young man who committed that crime, heinous act. He's now gone. We lost him. His family is grieving. And the man that's responsible for that is gone to jail for 51 years. And now his family is grieving. So, at minimum, we've lost 3 brothers in this situation. You feel me? And I'm going to tell you like this. I'm not going to say he wrong. Because I speak about this all the time in these situations where there was Nolan Ryan or the stuff that the Carmelo Anthony boy did. I can't think of the young white man, the young white dude that got killed out there in Frisco, the twin. I can't think his name. Man. And my bad. R.I.P. to him. But somebody's child is involved, in those situations. You feel me? And I said in each of those cases, I don't care about this person being black, this person being white, this scenario is being flipped. There's somebody's kid. And if that was my kid, I probably wouldn't be here today. I'd probably be behind bars because I'm really an eye for an eye type of dude. You know what I'm saying? Like you did something like that to me. Like, you feel me? Like you condoning it? Like, you on it? Oh, off with your head too. You feel me? Like, yeah, I go sit there and it is what it is, because certain scenarios cause for certain reactions, but you got to be prepared for those consequences if you don't handle those actions accordingly. You feel me? And with the Lumumba guy, don't know how he got caught up and how the circumstances happened. Maybe they caught him on camera, whatever the case may be. But you kind of come to grips with that before you commit the crime. You feel me? Like, he knew in his mind, that once he found out, or, once he got the opportunity to do XYZ to an individual that, took a piece of him, he was going to do that, bro. And I ain't going to say I commend him, but your morals and principles, bro, you got to stand on that. And if there's something that, you feel like that about, you got to stand on that, bro. Like, you got to. There's no way around that. You feel me? Like, and sometimes when you stand on these morals and principles, bro, like I said, if you don't handle them accordingly, you can end up losing your life or being behind bars. And that's what happened to this young man. But it just goes to show you, bro, that, even with the Alpo situation, like how he got killed and then Rayful Edmond, remember they spotted him, and then next thing you know, he probably was dead. That was kind of fishy too. But, a lot of these situations where, people think, the coast is clear, they think it's sweet, they think they got away with the crime. But like I tell y'all all the time, the more people that know about it, the more trouble you are in. You feel me? Because You're always gonna have to look over your shoulder. You gotta worry about the police. You feel me? And it's just one of those things. Like eventually, or let's just say sometimes, your past catch up with you, man, because you weren't clean about your work. And yeah, man, the dad end up, you know, pulling the trigger and seeking in the name of revenge for the killing of his son. And he could be right in that assertion. Maybe he has information, or maybe the young man who he killed was taunting him in a way that, or taunting the family in a way to let them know that he was the one responsible for this. I do not know, but this is a revenge plot. This is something that carried on from years ago, or a time ago when his son was killed, and this was the man that was responsible for killing his son, and he killed him. Y'all get down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this situation, bro, because like I just told y'all, and I've told you plenty of times before, if that's my kid, you better duck your weed. You hear me? Like, I'm not trying to hear nothing, Nathaniel, nothing. Now, you could be on the opposite end of things, and I understand that. Some people like, hey, I'm not doing it. I'm not, ruining my life for this and that, like, but me, how I see it, my kid life gone, you dead. You feel me? My kid can't go on, you gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, and hey, that's what happened in this scenario. And like I said, before you commit and act like that, you got to understand the consequences and repercussions about your actions. Because yeah, you might get off in the courts. You feel me? But street justice is still a thing. You feel me? And some people are not going for that, bro. And that's just what that is. And until then, I holla.